just a sample, obviously, but I don't think that, you know, being authentically Elise Blank means you have to know about my love life, or my sex life, or my kid's sex life, or anything else, or whatever else I would put on a private site. I think it's perfectly okay to have a personal side, and as a sort of a public figure, I protect my privacy a lot. And that said, I still talk about my kids and my husband on the radio, but I don't tell everything. So I don't have a problem with, you know, being authentic means being authentically passionate about whatever it is you're presenting out there. It doesn't mean that you have to open your brain up for everything else. I think. I could be wrong. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. You know, it's a great question. I haven't, okay, so there's stuff that I do in my books, and there's stuff that the publisher does. So in some of my books, and there was a couple of my books were for sale up there, you might, because Random House published my first 8 or 9 books. The back matter, the last few pages, contains photos of the other books, but, and it's like, oh, thinklink.com is my website, go there. But in the book, I'm not like one big walking ad for the ThinkLink community. I actually read a book like that online. It was like a free giveaway book that's actually being published. And I thought, and it was about public speaking. And it was so offensive to me that it was like, well, if you want to know more about this, go to my website and search for this and click this and download the answer there. So clearly, the whole point of that book was just to get people to go to the website. You know, I'm not about that. Like, I want you to go to the website, but if you buy a book, I'm going to give you real information in the book. The e-books tell people sort of the boilerplate of what we do with the ThinkLink community, but you get 20, 30, 15, whatever pages of information that's about clutter. You know, the clutter collector is not cluttering your life with the ThinkLink community. It's about how to get clutter out of your house and out of your wallet and all that kind of stuff, and you're going to get all that content clean. When I create a sponsored content project for a company, like I did a book called The Really Useful Guide to Working Smarter, Not Harder. That book, which was 100,000 copies, was bought by Quill, which then gave it away in a big marketing push to 100,000 customers. That book contains references to Quill. Well, it was a sponsored content project. But even that was really soft sell. It wasn't like, go back to Quill. It was like, here's the experts at Quill, you know, making suggestions on files and filing. It was totally appropriate to what was going on, but it wasn't like, you know, that's about as hard-hitting as it gets. But for stuff that's purely, you know, me to consumers, I don't view everything I do as a sales opportunity. And a lot of the stuff I showed you, I don't derive any money from whatsoever.
My understanding is that books really margins are low on those. More business models, ways to promote other aspects of the business. Well, that's if you... Or your own authenticity, or your own expert status.
Well, I don't need any more burnishing of my expert real estate status, I don't think, because I've written so many books. But I'm not writing this book because I'm hoping to, I'm not, okay, so why am I writing this book? I'm writing this book because everything in the real estate world has changed in 5 years, and I felt like there needed to be a 400-page book that explained it from my point of view to my readers. I sold almost 1 million books, right? I have almost 1 million books sold. So I just felt like this was needed in the marketplace. But I want to make sure it's a success because I don't want to waste all this time for a book that's not going to sell, right? And HarperCollins is publishing it. And so I've been working on the platform so that when the book comes out, there will be a much bigger media opportunity when the book is done. So in my world now, everything, it's like a big circle. The book feeds the sites, and the sites feed future projects, and that gives me exposure to companies, and then that gives me exposure back to people, and it's kind of a nice big circle. If you're just starting out, I think it helps to have something that you can use to entice the media to write about you, because I think that that's a very valuable thing. Yeah?
Can I ask a couple things? Specifically on Dig, I've had no success because it seems like they get lost immediately, and I don't know if I'm not doing my promo lines right. I have much better success than the other one. Well, and I'm also warning on, for your books, do you use Goodreads or Library Thing? Have you had any success with those?
I don't even know what they are. works exactly, but I'm mutually friending lots of people. I think this has to do with my interns. They're very friendly people. But seriously, I don't know, when we put
You
something...
need to get a certain number of starts so it gets on the page so other people see it, so that's a good way.
Well, I think everything gets at least an instant.
Yeah, but not long enough to...
But not long enough to matter. But a lot of my stuff doesn't have like lots and lots of digs. It doesn't have like 300 digs, but yet we can see the traffic come in. Remember, so I have 5,000 pages of content on thingling.com, right? That's a lot of content. It's a lot of pages. So I only need each new page that goes up to give me 10 or 20 clicks a week, right? Add it up and it becomes a whole lot of clicks. So that's our strategy. Put up a lot of content, social media it correctly, make sure it's SEO friendly, gets into the top of Google, and hopefully let everybody know in all these different worlds I operate in that we've got this so that they come back and they take a look at it. Dig's just one tool that we found some success, but we played around with it a lot. It didn't work right away for us at the beginning, and I think it has to do with, again, using the idea of a television promo to sell it in Dig.
You stumbled upon
Yeah, you saw the stumble upon logo. I didn't talk about it, but it's up there. It's the green and blue half thing. Yeah, we use that too. But that's actually also been, we're just starting to play around with it, so I can't really tell you a lot except our web guys think it's very good.
What about Reddit or Delicious?
Yeah, we just don't. There's only a certain number of hours in the day. But we connect to all of them. So if you come to our site and you wanted to share with your friends, you could do that.
You have buttons for them.
We have buttons for it, so people can. Yes, ma'am.
With the idea of HarperCollins, what's to prevent you from just publishing on your website and cutting out the middleman if the fact that it would work better for you to direct right to
I don't understand the question.
Well, why would you bother hiring a HarperCollins to put out a book, and the way the book industry works, it takes a year or so to come out? Why not just realize the chapters up and make it directly prestige?
Because there's benefit to having a big, huge publishing company with all of its different media arms do that. So yeah, the point of doing that book was to get the information out to as many people as possible. And I felt like, we do a lot of the other stuff. This is my first book in 5 years, and I want to see if it's all working. So it's a test for us, but it's also, we'll get on all the TV shows. I'll be on television, I'll be on radio, I'll do a big media push for it, and it will all help, I think, benefit all of the Thingling community. At least I hope so.